What's happening?
What up, man?
Appreciate you taking the time to talk with me, man. Welcome to the Making Plays Convo. And really, we just gonna be talking about all the incredible plays that you've been making and how you made them. But I always like to ask, how are you and your people doing during these crazy times?
We doing all right, man. Staying distant from everything, basically just kind of like keeping it close to the house, trying to stay distant and keep it moving as far as work and everything is concerned. But, so far so good. How your people doing?
We good, man. We blessed. No
Good,
complaints. Just
man.
staying out the way.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm trying to do. Same.
Well, you are a very accomplished artist and songwriter, working with so many artists in their own right. I mean, just to go name a few: Sting, Shaggy, Usher, Chris Brown, Jay Z, Alicia Keys, Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott. The list goes on and on. You did your thing on Tiny Desk, and you just put out that Matching Tattoos a couple of weeks ago. I'm not mad at that song
Yes.
at all,
Hey,
but
appreciate it, bro.
nah, that's what's up. Before everything kind of got crazy and shut down, what were you working on going into 2020?
Well, crazy enough, I was actually on tour with Jill Scott when COVID hit.
Wow.
So we were in the middle of tour when everything happened, and then after that, I was supposed to do a little tour of my own to promote my project, and then I was going to be with Sting this entire summer. So, but basically, everything shut down. So I just been kind of revamping. I put out Too Many Lost, a single on my own, and then I just been working. We've been putting this record out. So the great thing is that I have a lot more time to put my record out and do more stuff,
Right.
but it's also kind of like a little bit of a standstill because I'm very much a live artist. I'm very much like I got to get in front of you and perform for you to really completely understand the fullness of it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can't wait till that can happen. You know?
Yeah, because it seems like you are always on the go. You're either on a tour, you're doing a live show, you're doing something. You're always active. So
Yeah,
I'm glad that
definitely.
you're adjusting, though.
Definitely, man. I mean, I'm adjusting, I'm still doing, I'm doing voices for some animated things that are coming out. Can't really
Oh,
talk too
word.
far into that, but I'm doing
Okay.
some some animated voices while I'm in the house. I'm still doing I do backgrounds also sometimes for the Masked Singer. So I've been doing stuff like that, but also mostly just getting the videos done for this new project, promoting the hell out of Matching Tattoos, which goes to radio in 2 weeks. We just shot a
Okay.
video. We did a social distancing video, but it's dope. And I did a couple performances with my band. Everybody maxed up, so it's been cool.
So real quick, have you done voiceover work for animated shows before?
This is my first time.
Really? Okay, I know
Yes,
you
my
can't
first time.
really go into the details about it, but
Yeah,
what was the experience like?
it was cool. I mean, basically, I got sent a song that someone is performing in the show, and
Okay.
I am the singing voice of a artist a person that y'all know, an actor that y'all know.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's that's what's up right there. Well, hopefully we hear your voice on a lot more of those type of animated series
Oh,
and
definitely,
stuff
man.
like that.
Definitely. I had so much fun doing it. Like just finding a
Yeah.
character and then like being able to do all that theatrical stuff with my voice was cool.
So let's go back to how you got started. What was it that really got you into music?
Man, I've always been into music. First off, my mom is an amazing singer, and she sang in church and around a lot of different artists. She sung background for a lot of artists, so I kind of had no choice. I mean, I have a piano. My mom, had a piano in the house. I would bang on it until she finally was like, "All right, let me get him some lessons because otherwise he's gonna drive me crazy." And
Right.
I've been singing my whole entire life. Like I don't remember not my family's very musical, so I came from a musical family. That was always my thing. But I didn't realize it was like special until I went to other people's houses or hung out with other people and realized that their whole family didn't sing or play instruments. So
Yeah.
because I thought that that was just what everybody did. So yeah, and I taking
Right.
it really seriously when I got into like D'Angelo and like um, R. Kelly. So yeah, I've been doing it forever.
How long did you think it took you to find like your voice and your sound and your flow?
I think that's what was kind of the more difficult thing because I had been writing and I had been working with so many different artists. You know, Chris Brown, Jason Derulo, Usher, John Legend. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's kind of like I was when you sing backgrounds and when you write for other artists, you kind of end up like crafting your style kind of around what they do in order for it to fit them, right? So
Hmm.
I kind of became like a bit of a chameleon, like. Singing for different artists, you know, like because
Right.
if I'm singing for Sting, those backgrounds need to kind of sound like how his background sound. You know what I'm saying? If I'm singing
Yeah.
for Chris, it kind of got to sound like Chris. So it took me a little minute to kind of find me again because I had been, you know, on for a long time. So
You froze on me for a
what I
second.
really had to do was back up and just write some find my voice, and that's what I'm so excited about with this project is that I've really found my voice. It don't sound like nobody else, and it's very free. It's just me, you know.
No doubt. Well, let's talk about your latest song, Matching Tattoos, that's going to be on your upcoming project, I assume, right?
Yes, it is. It is. Matching Tattoos is out now. It's a breakup song kind of. It's just about like damn, like you having that reminisce moment, like damn, you know, I remember being in a relationship and trying to like you know, you kind of have those moments where it's like you think you're gonna be together forever. You think, yeah, you know, that's gonna be who has your kids, like everything, the
Right.
whole thing. And then sometimes it just don't work out, you know. So matching tattoos is kind of like it's a breakup song that recounts a lot of different situations all in one time, but basically just like glad that the situation is over and that there's not the memory of having a matching tattoo. And basically, before you ask, yes, I've been asked to get a matching tattoo. I don't have any matching tattoos. I've never covered up any matching tattoos. But yeah, no, yeah, I have been asked, but I never got one. So aren't you
Me,
glad?
I'm glad too. Me either, man.
Yeah,
It's an incredible song, and you actually released it on National Tattoo Day.
I did. Yep,
And so I take it you planned that out, or did that just
definitely.
it came on the calendar? You was like, oh, wait a minute, let me release it this
No,
day.
that was a plan. That was definitely planned, you know. And shout
Okay,
out to Nessie
smart.
Blaze from Black and Crew, who, you know, blessed me. We did a nice IG live, and she was just talking about different tats that she's done and different people who come
Mm,
in and got matching tattoos and then got cover ups, you know. But
jeez,
I did
man.
learn one thing that they said if you ever do get a matching tattoo, get red ink because it's the easiest to cover up, apparently. So
Okay,
if
okay.
anybody's getting pressured into getting one, get red ink so you can cover it
Everybody on that live, you heard that. That's free game right there. So
up.
if you're trying to get that
Red,
match tattoo you think you in love, make sure it's red. So
red. That's
in
the
case
color.
something happens, you cover that thing up. I also want to
Exactly.
talk about the song you mentioned earlier, Too Many Lost, that you put out back in April. I
Yeah.
watched the video, very powerful image. It's a very powerful song, but
Thank you.
you know, the imagery in the video with all of the scenes that we're dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, I
Yeah.
thought that was very powerful. And you were on it very early, relatively speaking,
Yeah.
to where we are now. Do you think did you think when you made the song then that the number of cases in the U.S. will look how it is now, and that we're still facing these issues almost 5 or 6 months later from where we started at?
Yeah. No, I can't even believe it, man. I actually was just before we got on, I was just watching something that said 97,000 children have, you know, caught COVID, you know, while they're trying to open
Crazy.
schools up and they're trying to get kids back in
Yeah,
school. So it's crazy. And it's clearly from the top down that there has been, you know, just a complete, they just, I'm trying to find a way to say it without saying they effed up, but they effed up. You know, they didn't take it seriously. And I think if they had, you know, we'd be in a lot better situation. I feel like, you know, when I look at other countries that we're banned from going to right now, um,
crazy, right?
insane. Especially for us, for touring artists, like, you know, I should be all over Europe this summer right now. But
Right.
you know, it's interesting to watch them start to open back up. School going regular, you know, shows going back regular. Everybody's able to go back in restaurants just because they did the right thing up front. You know, as opposed
Right.
to trying to pass the buck or place blame or call it the China virus to be cute. Like it's just, I think it would have been simple and easy to just take it seriously up front. And I'm positive that if we had different leadership, we'd be in a different situation.
Totally agree with you on that. What
Yeah,
made you get on it as early as you did? Because again, you made this song back in April
right.
when things were still relatively kind of new. I mean, we were shutting certain things down and certain states were going on lockdown, other states weren't. We were still
Yeah.
kind of in that like in between phase and trying to figure stuff out. But you kind of like sounded the alarm early on that.
Yeah. Well, originally the song was written, um, you know, originally about police brutality. That's what the
Okay.
original thought of the song was. So the song was always going to be my single, and it was always going to be, you know, kind of about our struggles with, you know, police brutality and just, you know, social injustice, all the things that go on that are, I guess, you know, worse in our community, you know.
Right, right.
And so the pandemic just kind of added on top of the things that are already were there. And the crazy
Yeah,
thing is, you know, as I release the song, the pandemic gets worse. As I release the song, you know, there's civil unrest because of all the new killings that happened. You know, I released the
yeah.
song before George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all of
You
that
did.
stuff happened. You know, and I didn't know that that was gonna happen. Um,
Right.
it just so happened that you know, the two things, unfortunately, more stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and they keep on saying like, yo, the song is gonna keep coming back because the energy of it, unfortunately, is something that we still gotta fight for. So
You broke up for a second there. We still what? I'm sorry.
that we still have to fight for it. Like it's still a fight. We
Yeah.
still in that fight. It's still too many lost. It's still another
Yeah.
name. It's still another face. And sometimes I feel like they slowly are releasing these videotapes of these crazy situations because they just don't want shit to all explode at one time. But it's like,
No, you're right, man.
yeah, man. I mean, look at Chicago last night. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's still going on every day. So it's a fight, and I think
Yeah.
that the song will it'll remain relevant. It'll continue to come back, and I'll definitely continue, you know, fighting musically and just otherwise. You know, I'm pretty active.
No, and I salute you for that. And it's just like, testimony to what you said that you released that song, you made that song even before Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. But it just goes to show, like what we've been saying to the rest of the world that might just be opening up their eyes to this. This is something that we as Black people have been dealing with all our lives, our
Yeah,
parents, their parents, all you go all the way back to
yeah,
when we were
man.
brought over here as slaves. So,
Yeah,
it's the sad reality of the situation, man.
yeah,
But
man. I
again,
mean, I saw somebody
salute to
post
you.
something. I saw somebody post something like it was right around the time when George Floyd passed, and it was
Mm,
a post that said, "How old were you the first time that a cop pulled a gun on you?" And
mm,
literally every single one of my black male friends had a story about that, and I just
yeah,
that was, you know, crazy because I didn't think that, you know what I mean, that many people had dealt with it. You know, I knew that it was something that people deal with, but I didn't realize it was that deep. You know,
it's real, man. It's
yeah, man.
real. What does the rest of 2020 look like for you?
Winning,
You said what?
winning.
Winning? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
mad at
man.
that.
Yeah, man. I mean, my goal is to stay healthy, to keep putting out great music, to keep my
Yeah,
sanity until the world opens back up. I'm
yep.
grateful to be putting out this EP late September, early October. So I'll have something for people to rock with, and just preparing myself for when the world opens back up, you know, as best I can, and just staying safe, you know.
That's all you can do, bro.
Yeah,
What do
man.
you like doing outside of music?
Oh man, I cook. I cook a lot. I'm actually
Okay.
I'm not completely vegan yet, but I'm teaching myself to cook vegan since COVID started. So I've been a little YouTube chef learning vegan stuff and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, I love to cook. I love the barbecue. I love to cook
Okay.
Caribbean food. I love Southern food. I love Italian food. Aside from music, I love to cook. I'm super into fitness and outdoors and stuff like that. So I mean, I run every day. I go bike riding. I hike. You know, all that type of stuff. So I pretty much stay active. And yeah, man. I don't know.
Got you during these times. Definitely
Yeah,
got to
man.
stay
Staying
active.
sane. You
So
know.
you've learned how to cook good vegan soul food and Caribbean food.
I have. Yes, absolutely.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is an accomplishment, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, there's some really, really, really amazing chefs on YouTube, on Instagram. And so the more I kind of started putting that energy out there that I wanted to shift that direction, the more people started sending me links to different art, different chefs and different people on YouTube that cook and stuff. And I've been learning. It's a transition, but I've been learning just because I feel like I want to kind of transition in that direction more, you know, as time goes on. So.
Makes sense. What's one thing that most people would not know about
I think one thing that people never seem to think is that I'm 6'3" and 215. I think people who meet me
you?
online or see pictures of me are always shocked that I'm so tall and a big guy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Usually it's the other way around. Like you see
yeah,
a person on TV in the photos, and then you get there, you be like, oh damn, you kind of shorter than I expected.
yeah. I'm the opposite. I'm definitely the opposite. I get places and no one ever thinks that I'm like 6'3". So
Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up on this question.
all right,
Obviously, 2020 has been a very challenging year.
yeah,
It's been something that we've never seen in our lifetime,
right,
but it's also been a year of self-reflection
yes,
that we've been forced to sit down and kind of sit still. So I know for me personally, I've learned a lot about myself.
yes.
Is there anything that you've learned about yourself or just life in general during this year?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been this still or in one place for a decade. I've been touring for a decade, so
Wow.
this since March, this is the longest I've been in one state, one place. So what's been
Yeah.
great is I've been able to reconnect with a lot of people, reconnect with myself, build relationships that that kind of suffered a bit from just me being on the road or on the move all the time, catching up with people. So that's been great. And also, really centering myself, just finding a sense of peace. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely been working out more. I've been meditating more, started picking up yoga, like all that kind of stuff. Like just really stuff I wouldn't have had the time to do. I've been doing.
Right.
Like I said, I've been learning how to cook vegan food, which I've been wanting to do for a long time. So yeah, it's been the same for me. Like you said, it's just been like really. I've been reading a lot. Reading a lot of books. I've been learning a lot about trading like stocks and forex and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Endless
Yeah.
stuff. Just you know what I'm saying, like stuff that you don't have
Yeah.
time normally to do. I picked up the guitar. I bought a guitar.
Wow.
So yeah,
Been
man.
doing it, bro. Well,
Yeah, man.
listen, I've enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much for your time and
Yo,
taking
man. I
the time to
appreciate you
speak
having me,
with me.
man.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
bro.
If you're in this live, let's support this brother right here. Matching Tattoos out right now on all streaming platforms. But I'm gonna tell you to go listen to it on Pandora, and
Pandora.
let's be on the lookout for the project. You said September, October, right?
Yeah, yeah, very soon,
Okay,
very soon. Yeah, man.
no
Thank you.
doubt,
I
man. Well,
appreciate it, bro.
much success to you, and be safe out there. Okay.
Likewise, bro. All right, thank you so
All
much
right.
for having me.
Take
All right,
care.
man.